Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of This Old Boat. Today we're going to be replacing fuel filters on an SP135 Lehman. On the SP135, there's three filters. There's these two can filters that are on the side of the engine. And then there, over in the corner, you can see it. I'll provide some pictures, but there's another primary fuel filter. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go over here to the tanks, and we're gonna turn the fuel off to the filter. Next, we're gonna open that canister and replace this one, and I will show you what that looks like in a second. So we're gonna start at the top and take this and turn it counterclockwise, and we're gonna take it all the way out. Turning it until it's all the way out. There we go. Top pops right off. As you can see here, just grab it, pull the filter out. And as you can see, this one is nasty. Yeah, that is one nasty filter. That's the one that came out of the Ford engine. This one's the one that came out of my generator. So you can definitely see the difference between the two. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a screwdriver. We're going to remove this seal right here and the seal right here and replace them with the new ones that came from Napa. The way we're going to do that is we're going to take a screwdriver, place it, put it at the top edge here, and just lightly, gently pry this filter out, or this seal out. Now they've got new O-ring in and the seal around the outside. We'll take this handy dandy new filter from Napa and we'll just seat it right down in there and tighten it up. That's all there is to it. All right, now that we got everything back together, I like to take one of these towels and just wipe up all the spilled diesel and clean up the outside so I can tell whether it's leaking once I start it up and test it. All right, now for the next set of filters. I'm gonna loosen this bottom up and they should just unscrew. Again, let's stuff a rag underneath so it catches any of the diesel, that you see dripping out here. As you can see, the next step after is to loosen the screw right here, and this will cause the diesel in the filter to drain out the bottom. Let's keep that rag in there to capture all that stuff. All right. So now we're just going to take this bolt out all the way. And you can see the little tray here pops off. It's full of diesel. Kind of a shitty design, but that's what it is. So you can see there's no screws on the top, so it just kind of pulls out. Once you take that through screw out, it comes out fairly easily. And here's the Napa replacement, equivalent to the Delphi. Okay, so there's 5 O-rings that come with this kit. There's one that goes inside of the cap, as we see here. And there's 2 that go inside here. There's this little one right here, and then another one of these. As we can kind of see when we look up here, there's one, there's the other one. Take care to make sure that that inside seal is nice and seated. You see this one went on easy. This outside one here was kind of a bitch to get in properly. So make sure that seats up properly. And the last step is to replace the one at the top of this bolt. All right, 2 down, 1 last one to go. Remember, when tightening these bolts, you don't have to go super tight. Just, just till it's kind of tighten just like a 1/4 inch more. You don't want the filter to move. Okay, for this last one, I'm going to get a little bit smarter. When I take off the bleed cap, I'm going to use this hose to drain down into this glass that I have sitting down here. So let's see how well that goes. So that worked way better. Got all my diesel in this glass down here. The trick is, when you take the bleed screw off, a little bit comes out, but the vast majority of it doesn't come out until you loosen this bolt right here. So once you loosen that, the remainder of the diesel comes out. So that's the trick. Bleed it before you remove it. And remove this, it's kind of wiggly, and pull it down. So it feels like it's screwed in, but it's not. It's just kind of compressed on there. So again, the kit comes with 5 gaskets. One of the bigger ones is just a spare. So yeah, don't be alarmed that you have an extra gasket after you're done. Remember, before you do it, to turn the fuel line back on. Alright, so the last part of replacing the fuel filters is to bleed the system. So we're going to loosen this bolt and this bolt right here. About 3, maybe 4 turns. And then we're come all the way down. This manual lever on the side of the fuel pump. And that's how we're going to bleed the system. Is we're going to pump this until all the air comes out of, or until diesel, not air, comes out of these 2 release valves, or bleeding screws. Okay, we'll put that on there. All right. After a bunch of pumps, you'll start to see diesel coming out. So that is what we want. Now my system, this one is a little bit lower than that one. So I got diesel coming out of this one. So I've closed it, tightened it down, and now I'm going to pump it a few more times until I get diesel coming out of the other hole. Surprisingly, it took about 44 or 45 pumps once this one was completely bled to get this one to bleed properly. So don't be afraid to pump it a bunch of times. And what it should look like is that. Now we make sure everything's tightened down. We put a label saying when we changed it onto the filter. Now, moment of truth. Let's see if she'll start. All right, the moment of truth. Ruh-roh. All right, so what do we do if it doesn't run properly? Well, we go down and we bleed it again. And we try it again. Second time we have it. Second time's the charm. So that's how we do it. Pro tip, have plenty of rags and a liquid tight container for your nasty filters. And remember to put rags underneath all of the areas where you can have leakage so you can see over time if things do leak. So final thoughts on this project. I love the inline filters, the primary filters. They're wonderful. You can change them in a minute. They're super easy, makes sense. You don't have to bleed them. The two units that are connected to the Lehman engine are complete garbage, and I hate them. I wonder why they gave you an extra gasket in every kit, and now I know, because the top gasket is a royal pain in the ass to get to seal correctly. The first three went okay, but the last one I did on the far side of the engine was a royal pain. It took me 4 tries and 2 different gaskets to get that one working. So yeah, be mindful of that top gasket, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.